ask who gives blessings to this wedding. Well, Mom, give her a kiss on the cheek. Stephen, you go out there and give her Mom a hug and bring Nori to us. Well, give her a hug. Other side. Very good. Perfect kids. Right up here next to her, Nori. Looking at me.
Nope.
Boop, 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 boop. Shoot. Girls, next to Nori, please. Come stand next to Stephen. All right. Would the rest of you please be seated? Well, congratulations, Stephen and Nori. And let me take this opportunity to thank all these people. They came a long way. And they're here for one reason only. Because they know how much you love each other. And they wanted to come here today as you celebrate and what I consider to be life's greatest adventure between a man and a woman. And I can promise you both, it is an adventure. We call it marriage. It has one meaning, and that is to share the rest of your lives together. That's what it means. You have now both been given years of life, of health, so that you could share this gift of love that you were given individually, and you're here with all of us today, share collectively as a husband and wife. Now, no one but the two of you, Stephen and Nori, know how hard you worked to put this together over the time you've been together. I mean, you have to do a lot of talking with each other in that period of time. I mean, really. Mm-hmm. You laugh and you giggle and you cry with each other and you love each other, and it's a relationship. You might have raised your voice at each other. But life is like that. That's what life is all about. But when two people find each other and they fall in love, no matter what the time is, then that is one of life's greatest miracles. And that's why you're here. And as I said, we call that marriage. May I have the rings, please? There you go, Nori. Hand her your flowers. Turn toward each other, holding hands. These are your rings. Rings of love, loyalty, trust, friendship, respect, and always the big one, compromise. The rings that you'll wear to show the world that you're united as one. They're worn on the ring finger from an ancient tradition that says a vein from that finger runs to your heart. These rings mark a new beginning for the two of you. They're symbols of the love and the hope that you're now giving to each other. Stephen, taking Nori's ring, putting it on her finger. I, Stephen.
I, Stephen.
Take you, Nori.
Take you, Nori.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day.
From this day.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and sorrow.
In joy and sorrow.
Through good times and bad.
Through good times and bad.
Forever and a day.
Forever and a day.
Nori? Take your time. Take your time.
We're getting Kleenex. Okay, we're good.
Here, Kleenex behind you.
Okay, we're good.
I, Nori.
I, Nori.
Take you, Stephen.
Take you, Stephen.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day.
From this day.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and sorrow.
In joy and sorrow.
Through good times and bad.
Through good times and bad.
Forever and a day.
Forever and a day.
Turn back toward me. Well, you've got the rings on. That's half of it, you know. There's a lot of people watching back home also. Mm-hmm. And they just watch that and the saying of the wedding vows. Look over there and say hello to them. Say hi.
Hello.
Isn't it kind of neat they get to watch throughout the world? Well, like I said, you got the rings on and that's half of it. But that's nothing more than jewelry, kids. A couple of rings you give each other to show everybody you're married. That's what they're for. But when you said the wedding vows and the way you said the wedding vows to each other, I know as a parent, that's what we're looking at. And now the truth is you're standing right next to the person who's going to tell you how much they love you over the rest of your life. And all of us in here will tell you, in this world, there's nothing greater than those three words. And I believe you ought to say them to each other every day of your life. But you're both very young still. So now it's true that you're standing right next to her, squeezing the hand of the one who's going to make your dreams come true. Because the two of you are going to have lots of dreams. things to do, places to go, people to see, family. What else can you ask for knowing that you're with the person that's going to make that come true? And then as you grow older, and I can tell you kids that happens, you'll still do what you're doing right now. I see them holding hands in here. And I promise you, my wife and I, after 34 years, we hold hands just like that. And you will be too, and you're sitting on a porch looking back at your lives to see where you've gone and who you've become, and because we've changed a little bit over the time. Then you'll give each other a kiss and say, hey, I love you. Because that's the glue that binds this whole thing together. 3 things: your faith in your families and your faith in each other. Let us never forget our families are our heritage. It's who we are. It's where we come from. And for no one ever do we change that. But we grow together as a family. And from there, you can grow outward. And the hope of all of us up here and everybody in this room today, that every dream you have comes true. And I can tell you both, we'll all tell you, never stop dreaming. That's what makes life worth living. And then, of course, the greatest gift of all, and that's why we're all here, and we talked about it earlier, and that's only one word, and that's love. That's the absolute greatest gift that we're given as human beings. The ability to love one another and share that love with each other and our family. The next greatest gift for Stephen is remembering today's November 23rd for the rest of his life. Can't tell you what that means to you, Stephen. Nori will let you know when it's coming, I promise. And this is when I say, by the authority vested in me by the state of Nevada and the county of Clark, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And Stephen, you may kiss the bride. Your flowers. Turn around, kids. I've got your dress for you. Would you all please stand? Let's introduce them. And here they are for the very first time. It will be Mr. and Mrs. Stephen and Nori Richens. The other side. There you go. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations.